Okay, so Blue Lock season. sorry, I meant to say peak. To start off the match, you already know we have to give it to my new favorite person in Blue Lock, Archer. I don't feel like he gets enough screen time, but we're not going to talk about it in this video. Now, in his way, is probably Japan's greatest defensive forward. Huh? And you know it's serious because the defensive forward was just there, still processing what just happened. On top of that, bro just got cooked by everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean the entirety of Japan. But after Batra just cooked him, he's having a field day just running down the field. He sees that Isagi is open and he's just like, oh, you know what? I'll glaze you till the day I die, so I'll pass it to you. Damn, Batra actually is goated. So while Isagi is trying to pinpoint where to shoot his shot, just like me when I ask you to hit that subscribe and like button, the true best defensive player of Japan comes into play and deflects it. He headers the ball out of play, and then Isagi is just thinking to himself, how the fuck did he just pull that off? Matter of fact, how is this guy under 20 years of age? He looks like he has a whole family to come back to after this match and feed. Anyways, Isagi locks in and realizes he has to break this guy's walls down. Okay, that sounded gay as shit. Now in the next play, we got Ninja on the left wing. I'm not seeing enough movement. Going against this guy that looks completely like a monk. Somehow the monk decided to go on a yap session about yin and yang, and then still proceeds to clamp up Ninja. And then to make it worse, he is struggling completely trying to get past him, like he didn't figure out anything. So Isagi said, okay, so he's out of the play, let me find something else to do. So Rin decides to pass the ball to Isagi, and then they go to option 3. Now, when I first watched this, I was a bit confused. I was thinking to myself, why is Batra not the one doing the cooking up? Like, he's known for being a dribble god, but this dude's pretty serious. Like, he came in. Oh, this guy has the dribble moves, he's nice with it, and he's got the speed. But you know who else got the speed? The defender. Now, the defender wasn't doing anything crazy, but bro was so quick enough to just track him with every single move that he was doing. Now, on the second ball, it goes to Nagi. I know I haven't made a video on Nagi yet, but he is probably one of the scariest people in terms of skill in Blue Lock. Now, the center back, which is another sort of defender to all you clueless Americans, decided to give Nagi some devious back shots just to make sure he doesn't use his control. And Nagi was shit talking, calling him a bitch, and he was just like, yeah, bro, here comes my master right now. Yoink. Throughout watching Blue Lock, I don't think I've ever seen so much expression come from Nagi's face that I actually wanted to just sit down and give him a little therapy session and make sure that he's okay. Uncle decides to send the ball to probably the most threatening person on their team. So like, obviously Blue Lock's about ego, he wants to be the best striker, but this nigga is a demon midfielder. When you're thinking about scoring the goal, he's thinking about creating you into the best striker. So Sai is running down the field clear as day, but if you remember in my last video, like there was just one person who called a side character. He is a speedster as well, so he's planning to hold him off with his speed. Wait, never mind, we're going straight to the left wing.
Why yes, let me be the one to play with you, boy.
He then passes it to Foxy, and then Foxy passes it back to Sei Itoshi, but Nico was smart enough to know what he was doing and have great reaction time to catch him. And then Pink Dreads, Pink Hair then catches up to him and they've stopped him from shooting the ball. But remember what I said, he's not a striker, he brings out the best in strikers. I don't know how he's seeing him, but he then passes it to the striker, and after seeing how that cross was, he was like, yeah bro, this shot is going in. Now we got Gagamaru in goal, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna know how this ends. You're telling me Japan's top striker couldn't even... You're telling me Japan's top striker in the U20s couldn't even score a goal on Gagamaru, who doesn't even play a goalie? That's bad. Anyways, the ball's still in play. I don't know how Sei Itoshi's got the ball again, but this time he doesn't have a good angle, so luckily he can't make a shot off this. I really don't know how he made that. Like, honestly, he shouldn't have made it, but like, damn, that was a good ass shot. Usually I voice over Isagi, but I'll let him say it himself. He is him. We restart with a kickoff through Rin and Isagi doing a 1-2 play, and surprisingly for the most part it was working really well. Naturally the defenders come into play, but the one thing they can't really account for is how they're doing this 1-2, because Isagi is running around Rin and then Rin's also running around Isagi, so like it was really weird. But then out of nowhere they decide to include, you already know, Batra into the play. So now Isagi and Rin are running up and the person in front of them are Nagi and 2 more defenders. Now if you really think about it, like I know I'm bad at maths, but that's a 3v2 and Isagi thought the exact same thing, so he decides to split off and then do his own thing like his name is Miles Morales. But even with plot armor he still gets blocked off, so that was really unfortunate. But you already know that means there's one more person open, and that's Rin Itoshi. Now, after he catches the ball, you think he's about to instantly shoot, but for some reason he goes further down into the play and then proceeds to make the shot. Oh my God. He's doing the same thing like his brother, thinking that he's better than him. Even Isagi was a little bit confused why he would do that. Rin decides to take the shot, but he must have forgot this is an actual professional goalie, so of course he actually touches the ball. But the ball still is in play, and who's open? Bachara 2.0. But of course the same speedy defender decides to track him once again. But this time Isagi thought of a great tactic, which to swerve around Bachara 2.0 and then cause the defender to hesitate. Surprisingly, this works really well, but pt.1, that's what I'm calling him now, has the inner side of the box and decides to take a shot for it. But you already know Uncle is already 2 steps ahead of these niggas.
Bro, this nigga is digging in me, nigga.
Monk decides to go for the ball to try and clear it, but guess who's behind him? Ninja. So then Ninja decides to take a shot, but then Big Dog decides to block it with his face, and I know that shit hurt because his eyes were still open afterwards. I don't know how, but the ball's still in play, and guess who's next to it? Nagi. But the 2 defenders are make sure he doesn't take the shot, but then Nagi's like, you know what? Let me not take the shot. Let me catch the ball, instantly kill the speed of it, and then take my shot. Now, don't forget what I said. They're playing in front of Japan, so I almost called him nigga. Nagi was like, you know what? Let me add a little bit of a finesse. Let me add a little bit of flair to it. So Nagi decides to hit a spin move like his name was Chris Move. Mid-air, by the way. And in his head, he's just like, hello, Japan. My name is Seishiro Nagi. And if you don't know me, you know me now, bitch. Wow. Now, bro, you have to realize when I first seen this, I was jumping for joy. Like I was trying to make it clap. That wasn't even in the script, bro, but you know what? I'm keeping it. But as crazy as I was, the whole of Japan was going crazy too, bro. Like, I don't think anyone has seen that happen in a football game before. Now, I'm telling you, if you're watching this video as someone that hasn't watched Blue Lock because of the hate, you're missing out, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, the animation's a little bit flimsy at times, but you're missing out, bro.